Animosity number 1. AfterShock Comics does it again, and by it, I mean get a fantastic writer, a stellar art staff, and pandas with shotguns all on one book. But the best is the heart of this tale and the love between a girl and her faithful dog. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The plot is kind of nuts. One day, all the animals on the planet wake up with the ability to talk and think on a human level. And what do most of them do? Well, like any reasonable species that's been subjugated for the better part of forever, they violently rebel. Rats swarm and kill exterminators. Cows beg for their lives at the slaughterhouse. And pandas start freaking shooting each other. When will the black and white on black and white violence end? I'm sorry for that joke, but hey, it's a dark comedy, so I can get away with that. The plot itself centers on a little girl named Jessie on the day of the awakening, as her family and faithful hound try to flee the attacking animals, including this one sort of funny scene where a seagull crashes through one of their apartment windows, screaming, "Mine!" But Jessie and Sander, her faithful hound, get separated from the family, having to deal with a freaking tiger. With how it's set up, I'm fairly certain that this tiger is one of those rich drug dealer tigers, you know, the ones that are because I can own a tiger tigers. If you've been watching any of my Fables a Day, I go on about how they handle Shere Khan really well and make him a legitimate threat over the course of the series. Well, from the few pages this tiger is in the book, she's even more freaking awesome than he is. That's the basics of the plot proper, and if that doesn't get you interested in checking this book out, well, that's a damn shame. But honestly, while the plot is a bloody and rip-roaringly awesome amalgam of A Boy and His Dog, Animal Farm, The Zoo, only done well, with small references like, you know, the fact that the main hound dog's name is Sander. Yes, that tickles me more than it really should, especially if you get the Game of Thrones reference. Yet even while the world is tearing itself apart because of 4 legs good, 2 legs bad, it's not all animals going berserker. There's actually an underlying heart to the whole endeavor, with some animals protecting and caring for their owners, like Sander and Jessie, or even this one scene with a cat straight up threatening the husband of her owner. Actually, and this is just because I'm an overanalyzing jackass, but this could totally have roots in Margaret Bennett being a really good fan of Game of Thrones and really loving the Sandor Clegane and the Stark Girls plot, wanting it to last longer and show the heart that was buried within it, or something like that. But hey, that's just a theory, a comic theory. Thanks for— wait a minute. No, I still have more to talk about. I can go on gushing about this book, but with Margaret Bennett as the writer, you should know that it was going to be an above-average book worth buying outright. But pairing her fantastic words and script with Raphael de la Tour, who's not a well-known name in comics, but he should be, with past works like Fade Out, Painless Suicide, I highly suggest checking that out, and even just checking out his DeviantArt page to really see how spectacular he is. His art's colored by Rob Schwager just bump it to a whole nother level. With all that said, my verdict is probably obviously, buy this book. No, even more than that, go to your local retailer and make sure to put this on subscription, because with just this one issue, the world and adventures about to unfold are not to be missed. And I've never said this about a first issue I've praised a lot, but this is honestly probably a perfect first issue. It hits every beat. It is just spectacularly perfectly perfect. There is no way it could have been done better. So, let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this book as much as I did, or maybe you didn't see the same charm in it that I did. Either way, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Bradley Nephilim for comics thoughts, musings, and whatever I can fit into a tiny little box. And like our Facebook page, The Archivist. Links are in the description below. Plus, if you do check out this book because of me, let AfterShock know on their Twitter or Facebook, which is also in the description below. And remember, stay golden, Inklings.